Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Full Count, Northeastern Television's most consistent game show. I'm your host, Jack Arseneau, and I had to look up what a full count was before I agreed to host. Today, I am joined by Jonas Fryer, and Jonas, you've told me that you didn't have a banana until you were 16?
This is true.
Well, how was it when you had it?
The first one I had was a little underwhelming, but I've enjoyed subsequent bananas since.
As I think you would. I am also joined today by Eliza Blue. Now, Eliza, you've told me that you're scared of geese.
I am, yes.
Yes. Have you ever been attacked by a goose?
I've never been attacked by a goose. I have been hissed at by a goose.
Do geese hiss?
They do.
Okay, I wouldn't know that because I don't antagonize geese.
I don't do it either.
All right. So we are going to get into our first round. Each question is going to be worth 3 points, and I will distribute them however I see fit based on how much I like your arguments. Eliza, your categories are general sports, football, and extremely niche sports.
I'm gonna go with extremely niche sports.
All right. Chess boxing is a sport that combines both chess and boxing in alternating rounds until a winner is decided in either one. I'd like you guys to create a new sport by combining one existing sport in a board game of your choice and pitch why you think it would be the most interesting. Your 30 seconds of thinking starts now. All right, your time is up. Eliza, let me hear your thoughts.
So since this category is niche sports, for my sport I am choosing competitive eating, specifically competitive hot dog eating, because Joey Chestnut is an icon of mine. And for the board game, I'm choosing Candyland, because when you're trading in between hot dog and Candyland, it's kind of like a dessert that you get to have after playing, competing in competitive eating, and you get to go through all kinds of desserts. I mean, there's peppermint, licorice, ice cream, I'm pretty sure is also in there. So really, you get all kinds of sweets, and then you go back to, your main meal, which is hot dog eating.
All right, some good points from Eliza. Jonas, can you beat Candyland/hot dog eating?
I think so. My sport I'm choosing is going to be competitive shot put, and then the board game will be Jenga. So the twist here is that the field in which you're doing the shot put is the same location you're doing Jenga. So even when you're done with the Jenga round, you have to make sure to not accidentally throw the shot put close to the Jenga stacks and knock them over. So constant danger every round.
Well, I have to say I really appreciated Jonas tying the sport together, but I do also appreciate a balanced meal. So I'm going to award Eliza 1 point and Jonas 2 points.
I'm liking this already.
This is a great game show.
And yet you didn't. All right, it's time for round 2. Jonas, you will be picking the categories this time. Your choices are baseball, hometown heroes, and balls.
Balls.
Okay. You get to take 2 professional sports and switch the balls/playing materials for an entire season to make things more interesting. Explain which 2 sports you would switch and why. Your time starts now. Your time is up. Jonas, since you picked the category, what are your 2 sports and why?
So it's going to be American football, but instead of a football, they're going to play with a golf ball.
Okay.
Because it's already hilarious seeing all these 300-plus pound men tackle each other for a oblong-shaped ball. But now...
An oblong spheroid, if you will.
We don't have to worry about those words in my sport because you're just going to be chasing after a tiny golf ball
How do
that
you
nobody
pick
can
it?
see, so it's like finding a needle in a haystack.
Okay.
People are just colliding and they don't know what's happening.
And how do you think golf with the pigskin will go?
I did not think about that one that much.
All right. Eliza,
Yes.
which 2 sports would you choose and why?
So unlike Jonas, I really thought this through. So I would choose bowling and frisbee, because I think it would be, yes. Because I think frisbee, it'd be really fun to try and strike down the pins with a frisbee, because I know it takes aim, it takes skill, it takes strength, and I think that people would just really enjoy that. And then for bowling in frisbee, it really would just be like you're bowling to your teammates, and you would wear shin guards. You wouldn't try and throw it. So I guess the frisbee would instead be played like on a court, like, you know, same like a bowling alley instead of on grass. And I think that would also be really fun for people to do.
Are we taking questions from the audience?
I guess so. What's your question?
A frisbee isn't a ball.
I said ball /
Yes,
playing material.
Yes, this was specified.
Yeah.
Don't come for me.
Thank you, Rob.
I don't like that.
Some people
you're
are
on
following
his
the rules
side.
here. I like that.
All right. Well, here on Full Count, we award well thought out answers. So I'm going to give all 3 points of this to Eliza. Jonas, you get nothing.
Wow.
As it should be.
Your category for round 3, your categories for round 3 are NFL, mascots, and what is this? Jack Arseneau?
Mascot.
I wanted to know what the last one was.
Every NFL team has now become what their mascot is. For example, the Miami Dolphins are now a team of 11 Dolphins. They're brawling it out to the death, to the last one standing. What team do you have your money on winning? I'll give you 30 seconds to think. And your time is up. I'll throw this one to you, Jonas, first. So, which team do you think is gonna win?
Oh, the Saints, of course, because they're holy and Jesus just wins.
Okay. An unexpectedly Christian answer from Jonas. Eliza, what team do you have your money on?
I'm gonna say the Giants, because they're literal giants and they would step on the Saints.
Interesting.
They'd step on Jesus.
I don't know, man. That's their decision, not mine.
Well, some great justifications on both sides here. I am going to have to give it to who I think would win, and between a bunch of Saints and a bunch of Giants, I might be taking the Giants. So, but I do like Jonas's justification. I think it taps into something spiritual. So I'm going to give Eliza 2 points and Jonas 1 point. That's the end of ball 3. Now it's on to the strikes. Because baseball. All right. So these are a little higher stakes, everyone. There will be 2 of them, but each one is worth 5 points.
Oh boy.
That I will, of course, distribute how I see fit. So our first question is, also there's no more categories. So your illusion of your choice is over.
Damn.
Our first question is, the Olympics have room for a new sport. Pick one, no matter how niche or irrelevant, that you'd like to see played on the world stage. I'll give you 30 seconds to think. Your time starts now. And your time is up. All right. Eliza, you're going to go first this time. What sport would you add?
So I've become really fond of extreme ironing. I think it really...
Can you
Yes.
explain to the folks at home what
So extreme ironing
is?
is where someone irons a shirt in an extreme location. For example, in a river, while they're kayaking, on a rock climbing wall, just really any extreme location that you can think of. And I think it would be very entertaining in the Olympics because it can be in so many different situations and the audience will really be captivated by it.
Mm-hmm.
I know some sports can get a little boring sometimes. So I really think that this will be a choice for the viewers.
Okay. And just as a little bonus, what country do you think would be taking home the gold in extreme ironing?
I feel I feel like Britain could do pretty well with extreme ironing. It's just a vibe.
They do love their ironing.
Yeah.
All right, Jonas, a rebuttal.
Yes. There's only one answer, one correct answer, and that is competitive shin kicking.
Jonas only knows what this is because of me.
And so you know how great it is yourself. This is an amazing sport out of Scotland, I believe. You have people coming in droves. They're dropping everything, all their plans for the day, to just kick each other in the shins. You're building up endurance. You're building up toughness. Your muscles in your shins will be like titanium, and it's fun to watch. So I can't really think of a better possible sport to add. I think we can remove some sports to make some way for competitive shin kicking.
Okay. I did say they were adding a sport, but just out of curiosity, which one would you kick on out of there?
Skateboarding was kind of whack.
Wow. Sorry, skateboarders. All right. I really enjoy the image of them having to find a bunch of weird places to iron. I'm not entirely sure how you win competitive extreme ironing.
The least wrinkled item.
I guess I should have guessed that. Yeah, I would probably watch that. So I'm going to give you 4 points, and Jonas, your complete disregard for skateboarding has earned you 1 point.
It wasn't even part of the
That's
question.
a good thing, right?
Anyway, next question. So, Eliza, where are you from?
I am from Richmond, Virginia.
Jonas, where are you from?
I'm from Hingham, Massachusetts.
All right. The question today is, the town and or city that you've grown up in has started a new hockey team. I want you to give them a name and a mascot and argue why you think your team would go far. All right. And your time is up. This time we're going to start with Jonas. Jonas, what would your team be called, and what would their mascot be, and why do you think they would go far?
So our current hockey team is called the Hingham Harbormen because we have a big harbor in town. But the mascot has terrified young kids, so I'm going to change it to the Hingham Harpoons because
That's a little similar, don't you think?
it's similar, but I think it captures the culture and energy of the town, but also shows it in a very fierce way to antagonize our competitors.
And the mascot would just be kind of a giant harpoon? Or...
Indeed, yes.
Okay. I like that. Eliza, a rebuttal.
So I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I was trying to think of some cool names. I thought of the Brewers because we have a lot of microbreweries, but I decided against that. Instead, I'm going with the Rapids because we have a river that goes through the city with Class 3 whitewater rapids, and I feel like that really captures a lot of what the city is about and how we're a really cool outdoorsy city.
And what would your mascot be? Like at the games?
Yeah, I think a wave would be cool. Yeah.
Just like a
just
big wave.
just a big wave.
Okay. All right. The harpoons struck fear into my heart. You know what? This is a pretty even split here. I'm going to give the harpoons 2 points and the rapids 3 points.
Let's go.
Neither one of them have a good mascot, though.
Okay, a wave is cool.
No, but like, are you gonna have?
This has been the most divisive round of full count yet. And because of that, I'd like to do a second round of debate where we can clear up some of these confused points, and I will reward the points. So Jonas, you've gotten a lot of backlash about how harpoons are terrifying anyway.
Yeah.
Do you think that kids would like your idea more than the Harbormen?
I think so. You haven't seen this Harborman mascot. He's quite terrifying.
Can we get a picture? This does not seem terrifying. I guess he's a little scary.
His eyebrows were in like a permanent state of anger and disdain. So I would lighten up the mascot's face and instead move the ferocity into the tool of choice, the harpoon, which would be shaped like a hockey stick.
What? All right, interesting. Eliza, you've received some backlash that a wave as a mascot is dumb. What's your rebuttal?
I think it's not dumb, it's just quirky. I'm imagining a big foam wave with like really big eyes that's really cute and fun, and people love to take photos of them. And as I mentioned before, at the games, the wave would start the wave, and everybody would love that. And it would be really high energy.
Do you think it would be easy to move in a giant foam
I don't
wave
think it's
costume?
easy to move in any kind of
Well, you
mascot
expect them
costume.
to start a wave, so they have to
They
have
can
some
move enough
range of
for that.
motion.
They will have range of motion.
All
The
right.
doorways will be expanded at this arena to make sure
You have to
the
expand the
wave,
doorways just for the
make
mascot.
sure the mask. Well, we're gonna have to build a hockey arena apparently to make sure that the wave can go in.
Wow. This may be the worst round of full count to date. We have to be done with this. Honestly, I'm keeping some of the points, okay? Jonas, you're gonna get 2 points
Okay.
because honestly, I don't think you've solved your problem that you laid out to begin with. And Eliza, you're also gonna get 2 points because you want to widen the doorways of a hockey arena.
Yeah, you're all dead
so that
to
a
me for
mascot
making me
can
lose
make
a
their way
point.
through their doors. We've reached 3 balls and 2 strikes, and anyone who knows their baseball knows what that means. It's a full count. It's time for the payoff pitch. This next round is worth 10 points.
What?
Yeah. So it's big.
Can I still even win?
I
Yeah, has
have
anybody
not
been
keeping
counting?
track of the scores.
Grace very confidently shook her head.
Go.
All right. The way this round is going to work, since it's our final round, I want you to structure your arguments a little better. So you will have 10 minutes to make me a PowerPoint presentation on this topic. And the topic is make baseball more interesting. That is your prompt. Your time starts now. And your time is up. All right, before we get into presentations, I'd like to give an update on the final scores. Eliza is sitting in the lead with 12 points. Jonas, 6 points. It's gonna take a lot, but let's see if these presentations can do it. Jonas, since you're trailing a little, I'll let you go first.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate that.
All right, let's see it.
Baseball sucks, but it doesn't have to.
I like the animation. The ball's rotating.
I thought you would. You have a good eye for cinematography. So.
Thank you.
So first, we're going to start with why baseball is no good.
Okay.
So it's called America's pastime. Pastimes are things you literally do to pass the time because you have literally nothing else to do. Basically, that means that boredom will happen while watching this sport.
That's true. I've never not been bored at a baseball game.
So we need to fix the boredom. The other one is that people actually go to games, even if they manage to have some semblance of fun, they are in constant danger of getting hit in the face by balls.
Okay.
So we need to fix the
That one I
danger.
relate to less, but I'm following.
So, this is how we make baseball less terrible. First, we add sound effects sensors into the bats and gloves so that when exciting things happen, we hear it like in Wii Sports. We put nets over the seats so innocent families who just want to watch a game, they're not in constant danger. They can sit back, enjoy a Fenway Frank, maybe enjoy what they're watching, and not think they have to go home in an ambulance.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I will put it to you that bats and gloves already make noise, and there's already a net over the seats.
It's true. There is a net. This is not false.
But, sorry, continue.
We're going to put nets over all of the seats.
Oh, okay.
And the sensors are there to accentuate the sounds. Because if you're far away, or if you're watching on TV, you're not going to hear anything. We're going to widen the range for what's considered inbounds, so that the people in the outfield actually have to run occasionally. So instead of just the foul balls the moment they go past the line, it's over. They're actually going to be inbounds, so Some of these outfielders actually have to do something occasionally. And what I tried to write here was...
Yeah, I don't mean to nitpick, but this is riddled with spelling errors.
What I was trying to say was we're going to allow teams to do sort of what hockey does with power plays, so they can choose to have the catcher actually move into the outfield to increase the amount of players in the outfield.
Okay. Is that it? Oh. Wow. It's looking bleak for Jonas Fryer.
This was not my laptop.
Eliza, what do you have in store for us?
So, let's make baseball not boring. Yeah. So, unlike Jonas, I decided we all know that baseball is not boring, so I'm not going to give you the background. Also, yeah, I'm not even going to go there. Start off. Mascots. Mascots are fun. We love mascots. Make the players dress as the mascots and get those boring outfits out of there. Next, pitchers must do a trick before they pitch, such as this little kid who does a backflip into a very cool lounging position.
That is pretty sick.
Imagine doing that while pitching. That would be pretty entertaining.
I literally cannot.
More food. We have the classic hot dogs. We have popcorn, but we need more. So what do we want? Chocolate fountains. Perhaps maybe even mini chocolate fountains that can be personal and people can take them for themselves.
Mm.
You like that, right?
Yeah.
Next. Oh, transition. Outfield. Outfield, kind of boring. How do we make it more interesting? While they're waiting for the bat, they make caricatures, that word, of themselves, of the fans, of whoever they want. And maybe it can be like added into the game, whoever makes the best one.
Okay.
Baseball hats, no. What do we want? Some more interesting hats, please. Such as the hats.
That is a baseball hat.
Yeah, but it has the soda cans on the side
Oh,
that
I
you
see.
drink through a straw, and then this one has the little spinner on top.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that.
no questions yet. I'm not done. So yes, that will make it much more interesting, especially if there's a wide variety of hats, if they can decorate the hats, if fans can decorate the hats, and it could be a way to make more money because you can have advertisers on the hats. Yeah. Make a new baseball team, the Jack Arseneau baseball team, because Jack is the best and should have their own team. I got your
Okay.
photo off of LinkedIn.
I see that. My headshot
Jen,
has been used.
baseball is now more fun. You're welcome.
Wow. A strong performance from Eliza.
It was a fierce round, but at the end of the day, Jonas's was terrible. I'm gonna award him 2 points, and Eliza's gonna take the other 8. Jonas has walked off the set.
Yes!
That means our victor, by a whopping 12 points.
What?
Yeah,
Had 12. Oh, yes.
by a whopping 12 points, it's 20-8. Our winner of full count is Eliza Blue.
I'm honored. I'm graduating soon, so I'm really glad that I got to win a full count before I graduated. Sorry, Jonas.
We don't have time for speeches. Thank you for watching Full Count. My name is Jack Arseneau, and I will never appear on this show again. Good night.